What's going down, everyone? We are back, and this time it is song reviews instead of beat reviews. If you would like your song reviewed, ooh, the graphics gone. What's going on? Hold on. You can, nope, that's not it. I don't know where the graphics went. Huh. I need help. See, where are my people right now? Where's the agency? Yeah, I should have a entirely different set of graphics in here, and I don't see it. So hopefully someone can advise me. But this is song reviews. If you want to submit a song, go to djpain1.com. That is the only way to submit a song. Don't email it to me. Don't DM it. Don't text it. Don't do that to anybody. The only way is djpain1.com, and that's how you submit tracks. Fats, if you're in the chat, or Danny, I'm only seeing the production overlay in here, not the actual song reviews. Cool. So let's jump right in because we have a pretty big event right now. We have 20 artists that submitted songs. And the very first one is Tono. The name of the song is Rules, aka How You Feel. And shout out to him for submitting this track. We're going to check that out to see. If you submitted a song, please be patient. The show just started, and we will get to your track. It's in the list if you submitted for today. djpain1.com is the way to submit a song. And let's jump right into song submissions, starting with Tono, Rules, How You Feel.
There's nothing I could do, nothing I could do, there's nothing I could do. Your love, it controls me. Your touch, it consumes me. Your love, it controls me. Naughty rules, tell me how you feel. Rules, tell me how you feel. Rules, tell me how you feel. Rules, tell me how won't you bring me around, boy? Tell me how you feel. Rules, I like that Julio, it make me act the fool. She keep on calling, say she missed the way I move. Ride through the city with the moonlight on the roof. Trying to find some peace, my heart still got some wounds. If it's really love, baby, show me what it do. I've been chasing dreams, I can't let them come unglued. I got this drink right here, so don't be acting weird. I put it on you, jump up on you, make you face your fears. Tell me how you feel. I don't play by certain rules. Tell me how you feel. I don't play by certain rules. Tell me how you feel. I don't play by certain rules. Tell me how won't you bring me
All right, shout out to Tono, Tonoverse 513 on social media. They submitted premium, so they skipped the line. They were number one tonight. If you want to submit a track, djpain1.com is the place. I like the beat a lot, actually. I thought the production of this was super dope. I wasn't expecting it when I heard the guitar come in, and then when the kick started hitting, I thought it was super dope. You know, I like stuff like this. It's underground kind of vibey. I can tell that this artist is somewhat new, and I peeked at their social media, and it's very limited, and it's kind of mysterious, which I don't think is the right way to go in 2026, unless you're already on a trajectory where you're building a fan base and you have a well-established track record of succeeding by using mystery as a marketing tactic. I don't think it works for relatively unknown artists. The track is dope. I like their voice. I like the potential. I like the melodies. I think in terms of just songwriting, cadence, structure, all of that, they're well on their way. And they have a unique sound that I think really works for 2026. I think it just needs to be refined. I think the songwriting needs to be refined. The cadence needs to be refined. The delivery too. Like the melodies are strong. The writing is a little. Sometimes it gets a little clunky and prosaic. I would use those words. And you know, with some subtle improvements, this could go pretty far. I think it's on its way to becoming a super unique project and an overall unique sound. I do think marketing wise, the artist shouldn't rely on anonymity. I think if you're going to build a fan base, connect as a human, and it's hard to connect as a human just because people can't see you as a human. You're not, you know, you're not visible, you're not accessible as a human. But the track's dope. I think there's a lot of potential there. I think it's just a matter of refining the songwriting to make it feel more fluent, to make the cadences more fluent, to make the songwriting structure more fluent, maybe even scaling up the songwriting, adding harmony rather than just vocal layers and octaves. But the melodic kind of underground sound is definitely working. So shout out to Tono for that. Next up, we have Xiaolin Verse, who was super dope, one of the favorites from last week. And this is an entirely different song. This is called After Us. And this is a demo. Let's check it out.
Wondering what'll happen up after this. Let her pain like a masochist. If I had to do it again, I'd do it the same, and any other way is blasphemous. They don't really understand till the mask again. I'ma put it in a letter, tell them pass the pen. Got the feeling that you're finally gonna hit him with it. If you're gonna hit him with it, better send it past the fence. Gotta give it all now, nothing after this. Did it on cue, no accidents. But don't move like I'm drafting this. We've been doing kinda good, we've been practicing. Once we go, no going back again. How this happened got me asking when. Do this on my own, and now I'm looking for my path again. If this ever ain't never get it to go my. He's in direction and tell them I don't really know my way. And if I'm being honest, I don't know why. In the beginning, I never pictured it would go this way. I start to really wonder, I don't know why. Look at the picture and hope it's different, but it's all the same. Why does it feel this strange? To give me something I can believe in, I know I need it, and it's all to say. And I run, there's no place for me. I'm down to deny all I want. You were made for me. Like I love you, I need you, I hate you, I bleed you. I'm giving you all you can take from me. First question is how we made it. Second question, are we too jaded? Third question is all this fading. Last question is after us. 4 times got me wondering why. 3 times am I getting this right? 2 times get you out of my mind. Do it 1 more time for the rest of my life. First question is how we made it. Second question, are we too jaded? Third question is all this fading. Last question is after us. 4 times got me wondering. 3 times am I doing this? 2 times get you out of my mind. Do it 1 more time for the rest of my life. I wake up and do this again. No different route, no means to an end. I couldn't tell you which way this thing gone. All I could tell you is where it begins. Fold under pressure. pressure. Swear these lyrics my latest endeavor. Don't understand, I got millions of questions. I'm just hoping you would give me a heads up. And you tell them better get up, get on, and I get up, get going, and I gotta leave with my so what's next? You can tell them the shit that I'm on is carrying me along. And I'ma need a moment for myself. And I pop in the light bell, instead of my white bell. Or I gotta keep it light up inside of me like jail. Tell them I don't do the faking, I'm keeping it too real. So I stand behind the bunch and label it myself. Don't show, don't tell, never won't go there. For the back and the forth, but I wish you well. And I wish I may, and I wish I might. But a wish like this wouldn't work too well. And I know you keep a lot of things from me. Talk about a secret that I wish you tell. Get it on my chest and I would hope you hear. Running too fast, can I meet you there? And I run, it keeps chasing me. I can run all I want, no escape from me. Like I love you, I need you, I hate you, I bleed you. Now give everything you can take from me. First question is how we made it. Second question, are we too jaded? Third question is all this fading. Last question is after all. 4 times got me wondering why. 3 times am I doing this right? 2 times get you out of my mind. Give me one more time for the rest of my life. First question is how we made it. Second question, are we too jaded? Third question is all this fading. Last question is after all. 4 times got me wondering why. 3 times am I doing this right? 2 times get you out of my mind. Do it one more time for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you can see why this artist is a favorite or becoming a favorite 2 weeks in a row. Great delivery, great cadence. A lot of rappers can't do that. A lot of rappers cannot rap at that tempo, at that speed, with that meter, and keep it consistent. And Jalen Verse can do that, and so I have to give them a lot of credit for that. Great track, great beat. I know it's a demo, so I think that the vocals aren't a final recording, but for what it's worth, that's a great song. The one thing I'll say is, and hopefully this is me saying this is what I want improved in the final version. The singing part. I understand why you put the effects on it, the kind of phone effects where it's more or less a high shelf or like a band pass, really. But I want the singing to be stronger, and I don't think it needs to be neutered and EQ'd so that it loses all of its power, because that should be a crescendo, even though the beat's dropping out. Because the beat's dropping out, there's so much space now left for the vocals to occupy. And if you band pass the vocals, then you're making them smaller. So that might mean just, if you can't hit the notes, it's not in your range, get someone else to do it and build it up, because that part is really dope. And I don't want it to just kind of be relegated to a section in the song that kind of gets forgotten about. That's not right. It's a strong part. So I want that part to gain some status in the mix, some respect in the mix the next time around, and really fully flesh out the melody, the performance, and the purpose of that particular song, a particular part, whether it's a chorus, bridge, pre-chorus, whatever we're calling it. I think it deserves more respect. Okay, cool. Next we have the winning team, Wait For Me. And as a matter of fact, let me change the graphics. So you can submit songs at djpayne1.com. If you're a producer, you can submit beats there as well. Let's get into the winning team, Wait For Me.
Yeah, Santana, you trim.
Would you wait for me? If this shit went down when I lost in the trial, would you wait for me? Told you I wanted to die, I was dying inside on the phone, would you pray for me? Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait on it. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. If this shit went down when I lost in the trial, would you wait for me? Told you I wanted to die, I was dying inside on the phone, would you pray for me? Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Can't wait. I can't wait for it. Can't wait. gotta make some shake. I'm looking at the time, can't wait. I'm headed to the bag, yeah, I'm trying to make a play. Fuck nigga mad, I ain't tripping what he say. Only thing on my mind is the grind every day. Shine every day, push lines every day. Sticking to my code, never change on my ways. Stitches in my paw, it'll change up your face. Bitches still get deadly at the end of the day. Went down when I lost in the trial, would you wait for me? Told you I wanted to die, I was dying inside on the phone, would you pray for me? Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait on it. Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait on it. Would you wait for me? If this shit went down when I lost in the trial, would you wait for me? Told you I wanted to die, I was dying inside on the phone, would you pray for me? Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait on it. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Would you wait? If this shit went down when I lost in the trial, would you wait for me? Told you I wanted to die, I was dying inside on the phone, would you pray for me? Lot on my mind, but I'm still on my grind. As you holding it down, I can't wait on it. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it.
Is it two artists on there? I like their voices either way. I like the track. I think honestly, I never say this. I shouldn't say never. I said it last time, but I very rarely say this. I think it was just too short. It was like hook, really short verse, hook. And the hook is fine. It doesn't need to overpower the verse. I feel like with the type of song that this is, you're telling a story, you're painting a picture. The hook is redundant. The verse tells the majority of the story, whereas the hook just kind of gives a summary. So I wanted more from the verse, and I don't feel like we got it. I think the verse was only an 8-bar or a 12-bar. It was short, and we got that hook a lot. I like the vocals on the hook with the effects on them, and then I feel like the contrast between those vocals and then the main vocals was just a little too stark. It was a little like it could just be gain staging. It could just not be the final mix. But with the final mix, I hope that gets balanced out. But I would love a longer verse, maybe one long verse like 24 bars or something, and then give us the hook again and then fade out. But I don't think we need the hook to come in twice as much or 3 times as much as the verse, because then I feel like the story is incomplete and I wanted to hear the whole story. But the track has a ton of potential. We got 808s next with Harambe. Believe 808s is in the chat, or they were at some point. So shout out to them. Let's check out their track. If you're asking how to send a track,
all the flexing, got everybody stressing. She shake that ass on Instagram, but she get no impressions. I ask her why she do that shit and she answer no questions. So I told her bitch she need to go to church and count her blessings. Hold up, saw her do it for a gram on the grand. Said she fuck with famous Dex and did a Zanny in Japan. Yeah, I don't really know what all of that's about, but these bitches getting faded and they sleeping on the couch. I know that all these bitches got a fat ass and speak Italian. I'm sleeping on the booty cause the club is always crowded. Staying in, rather save my money, spend it on my drip. I'm too wavy, splash you assholes, bitch. I told you I'm the shit. Too legit, try to kick it with these fiends and sell them dreams. Tell them come off that lean, it's made up like Maybelline. Let them breathe. Since a young king, understood the assignment. Metamorph myself into a diamond. Problem since I fell out of the hymen. I'm him, had to call up JPad. Go ahead and give the lyrics a fine trim. Light skin's the wrong way to define. Niggas act like bitches, it's a sign of the times. Ask about my mental, I just tell you I'm fine. Said I'm crazy, mix of Jay-Z and Sway Lee. A young thug hanging with Migos since Prince and Paisley. I choked the rap game until it finally pays me. Lucky I showed up, y'all niggas should honor and praise me. Got a honest conscious style New York developed. Y'all to think that I came out of Yonkers, bonkers. UK swag, you think that I'm pompous. Harambe, what you gotta say? Harambe, what you gotta Harambe, what you gotta say? Harambe, what you gotta Harambe, what you gotta say? Harambe, what you gotta Harambe, what you gotta say? Harambe, what you gotta
808s is in the chat. Shout out to 808s for submitting that track. Definitely a kind of old school feel. And I feel like if you can really master this style, doesn't matter the era, people will fuck with it because it's just they call it golden era for a reason. So I think he's on a really great path. The second verse to me is what should have started the whole song. I love the second verse. The first verse, I guess, is all kind of stream of consciousness, but that second verse has some dope lines. The first one is just kind of all over the place. I don't think there's a hook. Someone said the hook is slightly overbearing. I don't think there is a hook. I mean, if the hook happens at the end, then I guess this is my other point of criticism, is the formatting of the song. I don't really understand it, because it was like the first verse comes in and then there's that kind of, it's like a break where he says something like, all right, let me just fall back for a minute, something like that, and then there's just beat, and then he comes back with the second verse, which I thought was the second verse, but there was no hook in the middle or anything to really indicate what point of the journey the listener's on. So I think, yeah, okay, right. So I'm that part just kind of can confuse a listener. I feel like if you're just gonna rap, just rap, and then, you know, if you want to structure a track, then structure a track, but do all things with intention. So it did kind of feel like the intention wasn't there in terms of how the song was put together. And I'm not saying every track has to be strictly 16 bar verses, 8 bar hooks at all. I'm not saying that at all, because people switch stuff up and it works. I'm just saying do it intentionally, where it feels cohesive, where it feels intentional. And to me, that little break in the middle didn't feel intentional, because thematically the first verse and the second verse are real different. So it kind of felt like throwing spaghetti at the wall. And to me, it really stuck on the second verse. I love the second verse. This rapper can definitely rap. I just thought cadence wise, delivery wise, in terms of fluency, that second verse was it. And the first verse was a little less so. So scale up the second verse, and then just, my advice is format your tracks, create your tracks so that they're cohesive, regardless of what rules you want to follow and what rules you want to break. Do it with intention. We got Bands Lit next with Kobe James Bryant. Let's check this out.
This is Pressure.
This is how my stream gets copyright striked.
With them gram and them Glock, stupid racks, I get a goofy knocked off, getting whacking, that's a fact. My new bitch serving packs, and she got her own bag. We in the club making it rain, cause we'll get it right back. Ayy, bitch, I'm Kobe James Jordan, tension, disappoint, robbery, extortion, niggas geek and popping pills and snort. All that dumb shit I'm avoiding, gorgeous, sitting on some fortunes. Drop a back in your city, get my bag, get them gone, hey. I keep Corey with me, Cardi's is my vision. If a nigga troll and sneak, listen, pull up on the visit. She get real wicked, all my shooters hit bitch with precision. You $1 short on when he pack your suck, I'm in the missing, bitch. Ball on them, you can see it scar on them. Bitches tugging on my body, Baccarat is all on me. Hood nigga, fresh J's, 2 phones and pose on me. Get it poppin' by my lonely, real shit, nothing phony. Lil' mama choosing in this bitch, we from the 6, we all rich. Moving solids with them sticks, band slick, name one, fucking with me with the shits. Pound for pound, I punch a nigga down like Tyson in this bitch, we on go. Going level up the mission, body back the competition. Fuck them, they to see the vision. DTS, WENT, that's my shit. POME fly shit, and you can die behind it. I'm outside with that money on my mind. Looking for me, hard to find. Keep a scale middle finger up, blunt blade, middle finger, I just ride. Hey, fuck them other niggas if they playing both sides. Chopper hitting silly, Billy, lay your block spicy like chili. Dump the body, copper, chicken Philly. From my plug in Philly, then get back to my city. Half times going 250, ball with me, all litty. Every car monitor pretty, trapping to big as the plug. Phones knock again, busy. Left pocket 50, right pocket stuff with them blues. Real hood nigga, come and spend a day in my shoes. My bitch bad, and she trap, and she hold the strap. She won't hesitate to blast. I be selling crack to the last. I done ran it up and lost it all, then doubled up my bag. I'm impatient all about my cash. I like my money fast. I done sold everything on the 6156 represent. If I ain't from the hood, then why it's tatted on me, bitch? I was gone for a while, now I'm back and I'm lit. And I'm too legit to quit on this shit. You the past tense, feeling like your last lick. Niggas hollering like they want it, sucking on the glass dick. I could pull up like a Ula, rock you like some fashion. I'm really from the trench. I pull up and I can act. I'm outside, outside, outside. I keep a chopper by my side, demon mode all the time. 2 blocks on my side, middle finger, I just ride. Even niggas wanna try. I just ride, hey, my son harder than y'all niggas. Big facts, that ain't no lie. Get your checks extended. With this chopper, get with 99. I keep a stick and I don't play around when it come to man.
Oh, my bad. I keep muting myself. What I was saying was if you submit right now, you will not get played today, which is a good thing. You will get played next showcase, which I believe is Friday. So if you submit, I just don't want anyone to expect that if they're going to submit now that they're getting played within the next half an hour. It's not going to happen. So submit now for Friday because tonight is all full. We're not going to keep this running just to take on extra submissions. I don't think that's the right move to do. We want to keep these showcases short so that everyone can participate and everyone's happy.
Black mini man, a chopper nigga back like hammer time. If a nigga trolling Corey with me, Curdy's is my vision. If a nigga trolling sneak, this and pull up on the visit. She get real wicked on my shooters, blitz with precision. You $1 short on when he pack your son coming up missing, bitch.
So obviously that's a remix. I think the problem always with remixes like this is I don't necessarily know what the artist sounds like on a completely original track because there's always going to be a little, not always, but in most cases, like in this case, you heard Cardi B's cadence, elements of her hook in his delivery, and so it's hard for me to tell exactly what the rapper themselves needs to work on. But what I'll say is, the energy is there, the voice is there. Those are all great. A lot of artists don't have great voices. A lot of artists don't have energy when they deliver their music. Like you can tell that this artist feels what they're saying. Now, there are some moments in the song where I'm like, they're in their pocket, and then there are moments where it just kind of falls off, and I feel like they're trying to deliver as much as they can, and you got to let the beat breathe sometimes, and you got to develop the cadence that allows for that. So it's not just on 100 all the time. You want to take the listener on a journey, and you want to work on dynamics. So I think refining the way that you write, your relationship to the way that you write, and writing in a way that puts you in pocket with the beat, where you're not constantly just trying to deliver lyrics all the time. Same with the hook. I wanted the hook to feel more like a hook, but it actually felt less like a hook than the original because Cardi B's Outside has the format of a hook, and you kind of borrowed parts of her track, but it didn't come together like a hook. So I think it's just a matter of really focusing on the sound the songwriting elements of the process rather than just creating the song itself, because you have good energy, you have a good voice, you have a great foundation to be a good rapper who makes great songs. So it's just a matter of focusing on what makes a great song and scaling that up. I know you can hear me now. These are old messages, right? I just see I can't hear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I got it though. I got it. Yeah, I'm just all right, cool. I forgot about Cardi B sample. Yeah, I mean it's drag rap. Don't get me wrong. It is drag rap, but it's the outside beat. Hence the hook saying outside a bunch. Justavel is next. Beethoven is the name of the track. Produced by, hold on, let me see. Hold on, it says produced by and then it cuts off. It's produced. Oh, it's self-produced. No, Justavel. Yeah, it's self-produced. Okay, let's check this out. This is interesting. I think this is an instrumental, so I think they accidentally submitted an instrumental as a song, but that's cool. We'll listen. I'm going to stop it there because I want to go back to a certain part where I give my constructive criticism. But I think this is the type of beat that could go someplace far because it has viral potential just because he sampled one of the, there are a few canonical classical pieces that everybody knows about, regardless of whether or not you're into classical music. And this is one of those tracks. So I can see people using this just based on the beat in TikToks. And so if an artist like a Cardi B, since we were bringing her up, jumped on a track like this, or, a more underground artist jumped on a track like this and turned it into a club track, then yeah, a dance record, yeah, it's got all of the elements necessary for a viral hit. And I say this as someone whose only 2 hit songs were viral hits on TikTok first. But let me listen to. I just want to isolate this one part. That part, I feel like that part kind of falls off the rails rhythmically. I feel like there should be something other than the kick going on as the constant rhythm. That's my one nitpicky thing. Everybody would make a ass shaking song to this. Yeah, I feel like maybe having just the clap coming in there rather than the kicks and the gunshots and all that, I just feel like it starts getting rhythmically confusing at that point. But yeah, I think everyone in the chat loves the beat. I love the beat. It's a great beat. Get it to somebody that can do something dope on that beat. Get like it's a TikTok / strip club hit waiting to happen. Anyway, let's go back to the next track, Queen Soraya with Float. Oh, wait a minute. I hope you leased this beat.
Boy, you know you make me low. Boy, you really got me high.
Oh, but I love that Aaliyah song. So already it caught my attention.
Boy, you know you make me low. Baby, let's take this away. Oh, baby, I got a situation. Only you can solve it, baby. Just close your eyes and hold on tight. You got my legs are trembling, but you all over me. Oh yeah. Oh sugar, don't you hurry. Reach out and feel my body. This feeling I'm feeling so good. And I need to know, 'cause right now I'm about to lose control. Boy, you know you make me go. Boy, you really get me high. Boy, you know you make me go. Baby, let's take this overboard now.
Tell me, this is self-recorded, right? You recorded this yourself at your house? The rest of it is just my beat playing. Shout out to Dream Life. I collabed on that beat with him. Pretty sure he did the drums and I did the keys. I need to play more keys like that. Jesus. Yeah, I feel like this is a kind of like a demo quality mix. But a lot of potential. I like the Aaliyah flip, because that part of Rock the Boat is just so beautiful, and bringing that in here is just it pulls on the heartstrings and the nostalgic cells in my body. Okay, so you recorded it on Veloco. Okay, yeah, so on phone. Yeah, I think if I'll put it this way, if you want to take this to a more professional level and work, like if you came to my studio with this track, I would definitely turn the auto tune down, which would mean by the end of the session you would hate me, because any take where it was a little too sharp or a little too flat, where it's going to trigger the auto tune to be too robotic, we would just have to do over and over and over again. And I know with Veloco, it's not always the greatest recording environment for layering. But at one point you added some harmonies, and I wish there had been that type of vocal production throughout the verses. So that's another thing that I would be imposing on you. That's, some singers come to my, this is why I don't record people. I record like 3 people, period, on the whole planet in my studio. Because one, I don't like really tracking. It's miserable. But also because I really get on artists' asses when it comes to that kind of thing. So I think the song has a ton of potential. Just get on your own ass. Just pretend that you're me and you're telling yourself, sing that again. I'm turning the auto tune down. Do it so that your voice sounds more natural, because I think the melodies are super dope. And then, complete the writing. It's too damn short. We want more. All right, KZ Kelly, aka Kelly Z. The name of the track is Hurt Me Good. Well, my name is Pain after all. I'm not gonna lie, I love when we get to the R&B portion of the show. It's just unexpected, and I love listening to it.
Hurt me good, you hurt me well. Time will tell that I've hurt myself, but I love you still. You give me chills, yeah. I'd walk through hell, set my heart on fire just to see how it feels. Yeah, how's that feel? What is love without lust? You're the only man I trust. What a bust, because I've lost faith in the magic of us. And I must discuss my disgust and myself as a rush and the constant cries for help. I stopped doing things for myself. Had to learn how to keep shit real. Had to learn how to hide how I feel. I forgot how to spend quality time. I forgot how to vibe without bathing in wine. And I'm running out of time. I couldn't see through the fog dust. A clear view of us. Sometimes I feel burnt, it's a bust. I'm torn and I'm tripped. Truly grateful for the time that we spent. I rate you 10 out of 10. Highly would recommend to be crazy for him. He is my only friend. I wanna ride till the end. I fear losing him. All the gifts and the trips and the way that we live every day. I stay choosing him. We're losing him. Hold me in your arms once more. What is love without lust? What a bust, because I lost faith in the magic of us. Be good, be well. Time will tell that I've hurt myself. Hurt me good, you hurt me well. Time will tell that I've hurt myself, but I love you still. You give me chills, yeah. I'd walk through hell, set my
That first part is great. I like that first part a lot, and that's definite. This is the hook. I'll continue, but I just want to lock in on that part. The you hurt me well. Time will tell something. That part's great.
heart on fire just to see how it feels. Yeah, how's that feel? Hold me in your arms once more. You deserve so much more. I'm torn.
Yeah, when the first part, because I think it starts with the hook. It starts off really great, and it feels really natural and fluid, and then increasingly, I feel like it falls a little off the rails because you're trying to force too many words. So songwriting, granted, is about words, but it's not just about words. You could write an amazing song that and seriously, you could write an amazing song without words that evokes emotion in the listener. You could write a song without words that makes a person cry just based on the way it sounds. So I think once you come to terms with that as a songwriter, your relationship with words changes. And it's no longer a race to fit as many rhyming words into a verse as possible. It's actually kind of the opposite. How do I convey these emotions with as few words as possible? And how do I combine melody and cadence and rhythm with those limited words that I'm using? And I think that's your challenge, because the hook, the part A of the hook does that effectively, and then it becomes it's like you're trying to rap and stuff a lot of stuff into a measure, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I would say workshop this song because there's a lot of potential. I like the beat, I like the melodies. It's just that part in the middle that goes a little off the rails. The structure just kind of doesn't exist. You change the cadences up a lot. Sometimes you're bouncing, sometimes you're really choppy and on the grid, and then sometimes you're floating on the track. And it's just a matter of controlling and harnessing that with intention, not simply just trying to tell the listener what's on your mind. You're communicating non-verbally a lot with music as well. So lots of potential. Shout out to KZ Kel. Is it KZ Kells? Kelly Z. We got National next with Franchise Player. Let's listen to that.
Shit, nigga, sometimes you gotta wait your motherfucking turn. Turn could be short, turn could be long, shit. But can you handle that motherfucker? Don't crash out. Sir, you gonna have the feds on us with this beat.
Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Get in position for rebound. Then dunk it off the glass. LVPs don't pass. Winning and I'm talking trash. I'm a franchise player. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Get in position for rebound. Then dunk it off the glass. LVPs don't pass. Winning and I'm talking trash. I'm a franchise player. I'm the bigger picture. I'm a picture of success. Y'all talking about some liquor. That's a picture of regrets. Bad bitches throwing towels. They say my diamonds too wet. Baby, that ain't no drop call. You know we having data. Shit, this ain't no prop money. You know we having cheddar. Open my mouth, you see your reflection. I know that get a weather. Real street nigga won't go. My foot stay on the pedal. Keep that Bobcat by my side. Gotta keep that heavy metal.
Yeah, the mix is amazing. The vocals sound great.
Knowing I'm the one, I'm the nigga that signed the checks. And I did it all in a pair of Nike checks. Nigga, respect my hustle. It's tatted across my chest. I hold this shit together. Quick creep. Skip the mouth for wrestle. He like it 6 feet. New York style pizza. I gave him a deep dish. He fell for the bait. That nigga was catfish. Retire that nigga like Theo Radcliffe. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Get in position for rebound. Then dunk it off the glass. LVPs don't pass. Winning and I'm talking trash. I'm a franchise player. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Chance gon' come, gotta stay down. Get in position for rebound. Then dunk it off the glass. LVPs don't pass. Winning and I'm talking trash. I'm a franchise player. Big motion in the building. Can't stop the flow like current. Had to watch the bitch and pay attention to how these niggas moving. They ain't even ready for the U-Haul. What they doing? They just looking for the chewing. Niggas in the way. Boy, you wet? Nigga, anyway. I can't trust the soul, so I stay out the way. That's how you win. Keep niggas at bay. Everybody ain't the same. Some niggas made a cheap play. Weak niggas couldn't handle calling from a JP. He too caught up in these bitches trying to play Ray J. Having no motion, so we fell off like Jared. Like who? Yeah, Jared from Subway. It all started from a one-night stand. He fell in love with a crack.
Jared from Subway did not fall off. Jared from Subway is a predator.
The little games they play like Subway.
He went to prison.
Man chasing. Ain't no soul in there, it's vacant. Freddy versus Jason.
You know, I like both parts of the beat independently, but I don't necessarily like them together because I think they're in different keys. The hook to me is the best part of this song. There's a lot of energy and it's structured really well. It makes sense to me. I feel like the verses have a ton of energy. He has a great voice, damn near perfect voice to be a rapper, which is saying a lot. Mix is great. It's just that the verses fall off the rails where it almost feels like maybe he wrote the hook, really perfected the hook, but the verses he wrote forgot how they landed on the beat and then came back and recorded them. And maybe he was reading them, you know what I mean? Rather than feeling them. Because a lot of times there weren't end rhymes. The last line of every verse, there was, and I'm not saying every rapper needs to rhyme. But if that's what you're going to do, the cadences at least need to be somewhat structured, and they kind of weren't. So that's what makes me think, you know, I've been in this business for 20 plus years. And I've tracked a lot of vocals and recorded a lot of songs with artists. And that's usually a sign that the artist is either reading off of paper, they don't really have their lines memorized, or that they wrote the track already and then came in, recorded it, but there was too much time between when they wrote it and recorded it. So they didn't remember how the the meter of their verses was supposed to land. So I think the artist has the potential because the energy's there, the voice is there. It's just a matter of writing with more intention. Shout out to Major Ant. But yeah, vocals sound great. Zeus Almighty is and also I want to give the last artist national credit because they had a motif and they stuck to it at least throughout the hook in the first verse, and they stuck to it pretty well, which is rare. So shout out to that. Let's get into Zeus Almighty. This is Champion featuring, I gotta expand. Oh, Federa. Okay, shout out to Federa. That's my man. Oh, it's my beat too.
We putting points on the board, ain't no stopping us. Too finesse with the moves, that can't lock us up. We not go deep in my bag, I just wish him luck. Yeah, I heard they was fire, but they ain't tough as us. I earn my respect and I'm a champion. Ballin' hard, they gon' have to ring me up, yeah. Cause I'm a champion. Yeah, I'm a champion.
Underdogs and underrated. I've been loved and hated, wiping my mom's eyes that night she cried. Sleeping in a home that was vacant to escape the abuse. Next day at school like everything's fine. Head down, too much pride. Should've seen my eyes, big dreams, knowing one day I'm gonna shine. Buy a big house for Julie and Tommy. Could retire and watch both of my grandparents. Grind fingers to the bones, passed away one at a time. After that, my uncle died from cancer. My mom's ain't been home since the day she took that ride. Loss after loss and still taking them. Like a champion to keep everything I've been through from breaking me, no shaking, heart aching. Imagine a grown man wondering who his dad is. Son, you changed my life. For you, I'm hitting every shot we got on the clock, and I'm making them.
We putting points on the board, ain't no stopping us. Too finesse with the moves, that can't lock us up. We not go deep in my bag, I just wish him luck. Yeah, I heard they was fire, but they ain't tough as us. I earn my respect and I'm a champion. Ballin' hard, they gon' have to ring me up, yeah. Cause I'm a champion. Yeah, I'm a champion.
A sister and me, different dads, the same drama. Things were wrong, we blame mama. She did the best with everything that she had. Yeah, looking down on her son, like I birthed the real one. A champion, doing what they said can't be done. For all of the ones who always believed in us, put points up like the Phoenix Suns. On and off the court, said I was too short. I'm a winner in this sport. Never forget the talks we had on the porch. Grandma told me, grandson, just go for yours. Mom's taught me never forfeit for my cousins.
There's something going on with artists where the second verse is just the verse. It's just it comes together, the second verse.
R.I.P. I'm on the court busting these threes for my aunts, uncles, nephews, my two nieces. Show me love every time I see them. All my brothers deserve gold medals. Let them know who the team is. Been taking beatings for seasons. We digging our cleats in.
We putting points on the board, ain't no stopping us. Too finesse.
Yeah, no, that second verse was it. That second verse was dope. Hold on. Let's listen to the third verse.
Yeah, I'm a champion.
Spring training don't get easier, only harder. Second string dreams of being a starter, stuck in position, carrying the bats like Adam Sandler, carrying the water boy with the love for the sport. Now it's our time, no more standing on the sideline. Snakes aside, wine trying to push out of bounds. Look who got the ball bouncing now. Look at the scoreboard, no more counting us out. The eyes of a champion, standing on the mound, fully focused, throwing these pitches. Grandstanding the crowd, over the fences, knock the ball out of the stitches. Haters the disses, gotta buy a ticket just to witness. Champ who did everything that they said that I can't. Going upper deck for the camp, shine like a lamp that has to get bland. Seal it with the stamp, we all over the map.
We putting points on.
Yeah, the second and the third verse, I would honestly, and I don't think it's going to take anything fundamental out of the song. I think start with the second verse and then go into the third verse. That's the song. The first verse felt like practice. The second verse you were on. And I like that your flow is different. It feels conversational in a way that's not forced, because a lot of people do conversational flow and then they start sounding like a spoken word artist, and that's not what you're doing. You really do sound conversational, but everything came together in that second verse where you were able to maintain that casual conversational delivery and still hit the end rhymes so that the lines made an impact. And then the third verse was I don't think it was as strong as the second, but it was good. The first verse, it just didn't feel like you were in the zone. So I would start with the second, but the second verse felt like the most meaningful to me, at least as a listener. So shout out to Zeus, and appreciate you for using my beat. Shout out to Federo on the hook as well. We got CC, SEE, letter C, The Heart Wants. I wonder what kind of music this is. We listen to everything here. We love everything. We listen to everything. We respect everything.
You leave your shirt on my chair, like you still got a place here. I know your name in my mouth, feels like a secret I can't keep. She hits your phone after 10, and I act like I don't see it, but my hands go cold in my lap when you say you need a minute. You belong to her, I know. Still you look at me that way. I should turn this feeling off, but it keeps me up all day. If I pull you close, I'm wrong. If I let go, I break. Tell me what I'm supposed to do when my heart won't wait. The heart wants what it wants. I hate that it's true. The heart wants what it wants, and it keeps me tied to you. She's calling your phone and stay quiet. How am I mad at her when she's got the ring? Your footsteps on the hallway sound like trouble in my skin. I can smell your cologne on the couch where you sat in. I never asked for this ache, never asked to want your hands, but every time you say my name, I lose the fight again. You belong to her, I know. Still you look at me that way. I should turn this feeling off, but it keeps me up all day. If I pull you close, I'm wrong. If I let go, I break. Tell me what I'm supposed to do when my heart won't wait. The heart wants what it wants. I hate that it's true. The heart wants what it wants, and it keeps me tied to you. She's calling your phone, I stay quiet. How am I mad at her when she's got the ring? I could be the villain here, but I'm only being real. You say you're torn in two, baby, I know how that feels. If you walk away tonight, I'll still taste your name. If you stay, we both get burned. Either way, I'm in the flame. The heart wants what it wants.
Shout out Jeremy Campbell.
The heart wants what it wants, what it wants, and it keeps me tight.
These songs always challenge me when it comes to the feedback, because it's Suno. So like I could talk about the guitar, but it's the person who submitted it didn't compose the guitar because it's Suno, and then there are parts where the vocals get distorted, but I'm not going to bring that up because it's not their fault. That's just what Suno does. That distorts vocals. So really all I can focus on, I think, is the writing, because it's Suno generated. It's not like Suno Studio or Stems where there's human input. I think this was entirely written, but then input into Suno, and they did all the rest. So that's a challenge for me. So I always prefer when the artist behind the person that submitted this track is in the chat, so they can tell me precisely what they want me to focus on. I think for the AI creators out there, if the musicality isn't your input and it's the writing, then obviously the writing has to work really well. And what I find a lot of the times, because I have AI models, and I've tried many different AI platforms out. With Suno, it does odd things. So like your hook ends on, it's not a perfect 8-bar hook. It ends kind of on an awkward count. And that's something that could be fixed if you were to take this song to a singer and a producer, and you would have more control over the structure. So that's, I mean, if you're going to go that route, I would encourage that, because you have more control over how the song comes together. With regard to writing, I think you have good ideas. I think the concept of the track is good. Just certain lines don't make sense. There was a line about the spot where you sit in, which it's just like it rhymes, but it doesn't make sense grammatically, and it's not like it's vernacular that people speak using those kinds of sentence structures and those kind of grammatical constructions. So there were just parts that were weird. So I think to approach this type of music creation, it's important to learn song structure so that you can tell the AI to structure a song a certain way, and then make sure that the writing is consistent with that structure. Because if you're not writing in a way that projects an 8-bar chorus, then you're not going to get an 8-bar chorus, and then the generative AI platform is going to get confused. So just work on the writing and step that part up and make it more poignant, because that's really your primary responsibility here. Young Lou, Mr. Picasso is next. I already like this. This beat is dope.
I think he's got something to say while seeing a picture to paint. Shit. I'm just in a spiral where my own thoughts get turned till I know the background is where I start when I put my faith right in this art. I dove hoping for peace in life, but I get the bird when I need to cry. Saw a girl before me, I know she let me die, but I look for the kiss that'll pull me from my hardships. I'm a more ghostly figure than the old guitarist. I'm not known as the artist I feel that I should be. Was a student of the game, but now I'm ready to teach. In fact, this whole thing can serve as my dissertation. Album of the year is flying right off the pages. Actually, maybe these paintings should be used as charity, as science conservation that make way into the conversation without realizing the object you're talking about is the opposite of the problem, ain't it? I'm just a guy with a pipe on an armchair, child with a dove, bitch, I was called weird. My mind thinks it's on the beach, but that's a tragedy. There's some underlying scars I am still battling. I can neither lead a horse to war in Spain, I'd be running with a bull's head. Due to my heritage and cattle on us more than be afraid, yo, I actually am reforming, but not performing, except for when I paint a dark picture of a warhead and how the war torment. So now I've got this guitar case of Latin torment and a clarinet set for my lady who is sick. RP Ava, got my flavor. I'm scratching off these tapes on some Grandmaster Flash. Yeah, you seeing this beauty is bout to win a pageant. If I add that as the cover for the album, then I'm passionate. For real, I'm back again to drive home. I never take work off in my mind. Not Picasso with his shirt off, on the grind, but not filming a documentary. Quiet at this time, cause I'm penning sheets. Picture me in the machine, I like painting. They want my status to be with the quotes I'm framing. The narrative, though it's imperative, I am biased. in the thick of it. That's why I use acrylics. Study realism, that's why I say I'm the realest. Delight to drop problems on people but wanna spill it. But until then, with my brain I'm on the hunt. So I'm sizing my story up to touch everyone with his pen.
Okay, the artist is in the chat. Is the artist trying to sneak another song in? Because this is long as a motherfucker. All right, if they didn't submit 2 songs, I gotta cut that off because now we're getting into an entirely different song. But yo, I like that a lot. So it reminds me of an artist by the name of Off-White, not stylistically. I used to listen to a lot of Chicago underground music, and it just reminds me vocally of an artist by the name of Off-White who was down with, was he Galapagos 4? He was, I don't know. He did a lot of work with some artists that I really liked. But yeah, so I like the theme. I like the metaphors of the whole Picasso and like all the painting, the visual art, all that stuff. The only thing I'll say is someone compared you to an early Mac Miller. Yeah, I can hear that. It was dope. I liked it. It's back then people used to kind of call it nerd rap. I love this shit. I'm a nerd, whatever. I think this artist has a really solid foundation. I honestly, I like it. I can't say anything bad about the writing or the delivery. It is what it is, and I accept it for what it is because I like it for what it is. The one thing I'll say is the vocals are super dry. I would love to hear them better glued to the track, and that could just mean a little subtle reverb, a little subtle delay, something to just glue the vocals to the track so they don't sound so dry. Yeah, having a Mac Miller comparison is not a bad thing. I don't think you sound like him stylistically, but I feel like energetically it's very similar. I like your subject matter though. I like the way you write. I like what you're putting on the page, when, so to speak, when it comes to these tracks. Or maybe I should say canvas, just to extend your own metaphor out. But yeah, Young Lou, that was called Mr. Picasso. Song is dope. I'm a fan. Let's get on to Kermito. It's called Watch This. Let's watch it.
So you can see the shit. I want you to see me get all inside you said you need to dip. But I'ma take my time cause ain't no speeding there. I know you like it nice, slow, passionate, real slight stroke. Deep breath, might Joji fiending for the best in her life. You just relax, let me take the lead. I want you to see the shit. Yeah, I told you to bend that shit over, make your body bend. But why am I leaning there? Fuck it, you run, I go deep again. Mama ain't raised a bitch, but she needed 10. Drink some water, then we back again. Now she got the pillow trying to scream again like, damn, come take a peek at this. Try that bending over, ended on your stomach, now lay on your back so you can see me lick. Spread it wide, I make you assist. Lock your legs open, why you squeezing me? Look me in my eyes, why you cream again? I bet you ain't know he was a demon kid. Turn all the lights up so you can see the shit. I want you to see me get all inside you said you need to dip. But I'ma take my time cause ain't no speeding there. I know you like it nice, slow, passionate, real slight stroke. Deep breath, might Joji fiending for the best in her life. I know the time is exciting. She say she cry cause she like choking, slapping just right. And that makes you dream of me, cause I know you dream of me. But what else you think of me? Like, so I want you to see everything, so it ain't too much to say about all them nights. Like it nice, slow, passionate, real slight stroke. Deep breath, might Joji's fiending for the best there. Take a risk, walk on a tight rope. Late night, side stroke, drug sex. I know she's fiending for one of them nights. You like it nice, slow, passionate, real slight stroke. Deep breath, might Joji's fiending for the best there. Take a risk, walk on a tight rope. Late night, side stroke, drug sex. I know she's fiending for one of them nights. Damn. Let's record just to see the shit. Don't you tell me that you in the kinky shit. I ain't gag her up unless I need to spit. Right. Don't make an appointment, you ain't come to see the kid. Ain't no talk about it, could you be about it? I'm out of action, baby, so let's see it then. Don't take a risk, walk on a tight rope. Late night, sight strokes, drunk sex. I know she's fiending for one of them nights. She said, boy, you're just right. I like what you did to me. And I searched, trust me, they cool, but don't match your energy. You want lights up so you can see the shit. I want you to see me get all inside you said you needed it.
I think it's just the hook again. I like the track, sexy drill genre. They sample anything. I thought it was tastefully done though. To sample something like that, it's a risk, but I think it worked out. Delivery wise, definitely they can rap. This is a style that they're good at. I think it works. I think it works really well. Hook wise, I think it's real wordy, but it still could work. I tend to think of sexy drill tracks as having simpler hooks, more memorable hooks, more melodic hooks. So to me, that would be the part to take back to the drawing board. The only other thing I'll say is I think they can rap really well. I think it came together. They wrote a good song. The vocals just sound thin in the mix, really thin. Like all the lows and the low mids have been completely taken out. So maybe communicate with your engineer about that and have them add a little bit more body to your vocals so that they're a little more powerful in the mix. I think that would seal the deal on this song. And then, super strong hook, more body to the vocals. This song is out of there. Ton of potential. Shout out to Kermito on that. I hope I'm saying their name right. Next, we got Tanya Santiago with Respect. I never know what kind of music I'm about to hear when I hit play. And it's muted for some reason. Thank you, Restream.
When I tell you I love you, it means I respect you to the fullest with every piece of my soul. I'm sitting here thinking about all this love I have for you and how you become a part of me. I can't let go. These days, people say it like it's nothing, like a phrase they throw away when they're passing through. But love was never meant to be that casual, not when it's real, not when it's true. Today when we were talking, you mentioned respect, and it hit me deeper than you probably knew. Maybe we've forgotten what love is supposed to mean. Maybe the world needs a different point of view. I think I need to start a campaign, reprogram the words I love you, make them mean honor, loyalty, trust, and standing beside someone through and through. Because when I say I love you, I'm not talking about a feeling that comes and goes. I'm talking about believing in your dreams, watering every seed that you sow. Ay, ay. I feel a deeper love for you, it's rooted in my core. A quiet kind of love that keeps growing every day. I'm always thinking about you, not obsessive, just aware, wondering how I can help you find your way. How can I support your goals and dreams? How can I help carry what you believe? How can I make your journey lighter and give more than I receive? Babe, love isn't butterflies forever. Maybe it's choosing someone when life gets hard. Maybe it's respect when nobody's watching and protecting their heart like it's your own. Maybe love is showing up consistently, not just saying words because they sound nice. Maybe love is seeing someone's worth and treating it like the treasure of your life. I think I need to start a campaign, reprogram the words I love you, bring back the meaning, bring back the way, make those words honest and true. 'Cause when I tell you I love you, it means I respect you to the fullest extent. It means your dreams matter to me, and my heart is invested. So if I say I love you, know this, it's deeper than romance could ever explain.
I was muted again. Zellin versus I love that cadence, but is there a complete hook in there? There's a hint of a hook. Again, so this is why it would help to have the creators. I encourage the creators of these songs, the people who submit these songs, to be in the chat always so that we can make it a dialogue so I can get insight from them. Especially in the cases where, again, this is a Suno generated song. So oftentimes what happens is you input your lyrics and the AI platform just does what it does. It's very hard to control. And there, some folks say prompting is an art, and some people can write pretty complicated prompts where they are, and Suno can choose to completely ignore anything. You could put in 4/4 and it'll still spit something out that's 6/8 or 3/4 or whatever. But if you don't really already understand how to structure a song, and I think what appeals to Suno to a lot of people is that the appeal is that they don't necessarily need songwriting experience to generate a song. And so oftentimes that leads to what Zellin Verse is talking about, where it feels like there's structure, but there's not quite complete structure, because what Suno is trying to do is take what you input and create structure from it. And so with the hook, yeah, I think the hook was incomplete. The only thing I can really critique is the writing. And to me, the writing was sincere, but also a little too concrete, a little too conversational for this type of song. So if you're trying to get your songwriting chops in, cool. I would say it helps to work with other humans to workshop the ideas and to, because songwriting isn't just words. I think that's a major misconception. A lot of people think, oh, you just write words, it's a song. Songwriting has to do with structure. Songwriting has to do with conveying feelings, and the songwriting process is recursive. It's not just writing stuff down and then you're done with the song. It's going back, revising, making sure that the cadences, the meter, all of the various rhetorical devices, and similar to poetry, a lot of people sit down and they just write words and they're like, cool, it's a poem. Like, no, the structure has meaning too. The format has meaning too. The rhythm, everything has meaning. So for this submission, I would encourage really delving deeper into songwriting, figuring out what makes songs, studying your favorite songs. How are they structured? What is no, it's not on mute. Stop playing with me. You're going to give me a heart attack. Really figuring out, what makes a song great, studying that, and then applying that to your own writing process. Sorry, Tanya, if that was sorry, I just realized that came off as rude. I didn't mean to be rude. It's not on mute though. I'm good now. Okay, cool. So right now we have CT Mr. President. I believe CT Mr. President's in the chat. The name of the track is Earned. Tanya, you are 2 songs away. Oh wait, you did Respect. Okay, so then you can answer some of those questions. All right, here we go. CT Mr. President, Earned.
They try to hold us back, but we ain't let them. Applying pressures of facts, so don't forget it. You gotta show up in numbers just so they can get the picture. Gotta get what we earned. We worked hard to get this far and we ain't going back. No, no, no. We need what's rightfully ours. Yeah, 'cause we deserve it. Give us what's rightfully ours.
Yeah, I'm back on my shit. They say CT got us bounced back. And I can tell they ain't liking that. I warned y'all before, this the position I belong at. Now that we got that clear, fuck it, let's get this clear. It's a lot of money be made, and I'm gonna get my share, yeah. And I've been doing my damn thing. My words so fly, those lyrics can carry airplanes. Now look up to that. We apply the pressure, nigga, and you see it as facts. Oh yeah, I like it, and I ride with no choice. I'ma come in and get what's mine, or I'ma take it by force. And then you know it. Yes, nigga, I'ma hold it down. Put the city behind me. Fuck it, dog, and we on it now. Yeah, and I can't complain. At the end of the day, Mr. President's gonna be a household name.
Yeah, they try to hold us back, but we ain't let them know. Applying pressure's a fact, so don't forget it. You gotta show up in numbers just so they can get the picture. Gotta get what we earned. We worked hard to get this far and we ain't going back. No, no, no. We need what's rightfully ours. Yeah, cause we deserve it. Give us what's rightfully
If I was
ours.
the sky, would that be like if a motherfucker could fly? Would that be life shit? It sound crazy, man, the way it sounded. I should be out with the stars where I feel so grounded. Damn, money used to come at a fast pace. Niggas fucked up the grind, now it's moving at a slow pace. Big bro said the comebacks take time, man. My pops always told me, time waits for no man. And he said the only thing that might hurt you, you gotta start chopping the fucking squares out your circle, like the fake love type, the ones that give you hugs, like the ones that bite on your moment just to taste the limelight. I feel good, nigga, I'm rocking for sure. And my bop on a million, and I'm killing for sure. Yeah. Now the break's all over. Everybody get ready, Mr. Press, take over.
They try to hold us back, but we ain't let them know. Applying pressure's a fact, so don't forget it. You gotta show up in numbers just so they can get the picture. Gotta get what we earned. We worked hard to get this far and we ain't going back. No, no, no. We need what's rightfully ours. Yeah, cause we deserve it. Give us what's rightfully ours.
Yeah, I believe that's June B on the hook. Shout out to June B on the hook. Someone said, who said that? Jeremy Campbell said, this is tough. It's like Mano. I can see the Mano comparisons. I like Mano. Shout out to Mano. I had some beats on his last album. Yeah. Vocal mix was great. It was a little louder than the hook vocals. And the hook vocals, you know, that's a reference mix. June B's voice is a lot thinner than this rapper's voice. This rapper has a very full voice, a lot of body to that voice. So might want to just make some adjustments there. But I think it came together really well. I like the effects, a little vocal production that they did. Yeah, I think it's a solid track. I think it's a really solid track. Definitely something more for mature listeners. It's not like a TikTok song, you know what I mean? But it's a really solid kind of timeless rap sound track. And I appreciate them for submitting the track. I appreciate them for using my beat also. Who's next? D Widow is next, and we got Tanya. You're after them. So D Widow, the name of the track is Ties.
Widow, yeah, we all got our demons, nigga. Weighing in, you already know what it is. It's on you. How you fight it, my nigga. Success been weighing in. Plus I've been stacking, trapping on them, tell a friend. I got 'em bothered, but I'm not bothered. I kept it real with 2 minutes, that turned sour. Guess lit 'em faded, ain't gon' pretend. Confess been stacking, trapping on them, tell a friend. I got 'em bothered, but I'm not bothered. I kept it real with 2 minutes, that turned sour. Never look for a handout from no nigga. Always did stood out from those niggas. Had a plan, took a different route from y'all niggas. Don't trust a word out your mouth. Don't trust no nigga.
Been on the move for the bread, running straight to it, goddamn it, no legs. Knowing you niggas is scared, you know how I play it, that feel love is dead. Grabbing success by the throat, along with the drive, the grind keep me fed. 40 on me, yeah, I'm clutching, extending the love, you know how I wear it. I deal with pain like a bullet. I fought back and one, I didn't fall back and run. You deal with pain like a pussy. Get rich on my raps, I ain't rapping.
Yeah, how do I explain this? I love when an artist does the melodic flow over a beat that's not super melodic, like how Future did it on Commas.
For fun. It's a rapper that bullshit, my nigga, you're done. Farrah gum on my belt to hold my pants or something. Still got ties in the streets. Still I'm tied to the streets. Go ahead, them where I'm from. Gas prices be cheap. Giving them 2 for the 1. I'm chased to come. Still got ties in the streets. Still I'm tied to the streets. Go ahead, them where I'm from. Gas prices be cheap. Giving them 2 for the 1. I'm chased to come. Still got ties in the streets. Still I'm tied in the streets. Go ahead, them where I'm from. Gas prices be cheap. Giving them 2 for the 1. I'm chased to come. Still got ties in the streets. Still I'm tied to the streets. Go ahead, them where I'm from. Gas prices be cheap. Giving them 2 for the 1. Success been weighing in. Yes, I've been stacking, trapping on them, tell a friend. I got them bothered, but I'm not bothered. I kept it real with 2 minutes, that turned sour. Guess lit 'em faded, ain't gon' pretend. Confess for stacking, trapping on them, tell a friend. I got them bothered, but I'm not bothered. I kept it real with 2 minutes, that turned sour.
This is unique. This is one of the more unique rappers that I've heard on this showcase, kind of on any showcase. And like, yeah, people can be unique, but does it make sense? I think it makes sense for this artist, for D Widow. I'm not in love with the production. I feel like all it's gonna take is for him to get the right hook and the right beat, and then do that more than once. Because I'm talking directly to you. You have something here. You have a unique approach to music. You have a unique approach to melody. You have a unique energy. And to me, that's what makes, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but that's what makes modern superstars. They have that unique voice. They have that unique energy. It still works within the realm of universally appealing music, but it's different enough. It's a little weird. It's a little left of center enough to make it so unique that you stand out regardless of what beats you're rapping on, what topics you're covering, that type of thing. So you definitely have something there. Yeah, I think it's just going to be the right combination of production and hook. And that's entirely up to you, what that ends up looking like and sounding like. I can't tell the future, but I feel strongly that once you reach that combination, you might already have it. You might already have the song on your hard drive. I don't know. But drop stuff because you're unique. You don't sound like these other artists. Then that's a huge asset because it's hard to stand out nowadays. All right, Tanya Santiago is back with Silent Tears. Is Tanya in the chat? I hope she's in the chat.
Me ain't the same as what affects you. So please don't tell me my pain ain't true. You may not see the damage through my eyes, but I've carried silent tears behind my smile still. It's all good, I wish you nothing but the best. I never wanted anything less. Even now with all this distance in between, I hope you find the peace you've always been seeking. Cause one day you'll know the role I played. One day you'll see why I stayed. Nobody's ever gonna push you harder to become the man you're meant to be. I challenge you because I care, not because I wanted control. I saw greatness hiding in your soul, even when you didn't know. Even when you didn't know. out when I called you the other morning. I wasn't looking for a fight. I just wanted to know if you needed anything, to make sure you were alright. I've helped you, I've sacrificed, opened my door when I wasn't supposed to. And when you didn't answer, it hurt more than you'll ever know. Because loving you meant putting so much of myself into you. The way I see things ain't the way you do. And maybe that's where we went wrong, but my intentions always came from love, even when life got hard. Cause one day you'll know the role I played. One day you'll see why I stayed. Nobody's ever gonna push you harder to become the man you're meant to be. I challenge you because I care, not because I wanted control. I saw greatness hiding in your soul, even when you didn't know. Even when you didn't know. My world revolved around you for so long, trying to make sure you were okay. But somewhere in the process, I forgot I needed someone pouring into me the same way. The times I asked you to leave weren't hate, they were moments I needed space to breathe. To gather the pieces of myself, to heal the parts that were running on empty. Deep down I think you already know I'm a kind and loving soul. Helping people has always been my mission, even when it leaves me with holes. And yes, sometimes I get hurt, maybe more than I should, but this pain will pass like all things do. So take care of yourself, Rob. I truly wish the best for you. And if our paths never cross again, know I loved you the best way I knew how to.
All right, it's Suno won't be offended if I mute their guitar solo. Yeah, I mean, this is the second song from Tanya. I'm assuming that she is writing the lyrics and then inputting them as a prompt into Suno, and maybe giving some additional prompts like R&B, sad, etc. And so then this is what comes out. And unfortunately, you don't really have control over how your words are sung, the meter, the cadence, the melodies, etc. So that, for better or worse, is the reality of generating music that way. So my comment, and I'll try to put it more plainly this time around with regards to your songwriting, because that is the one thing that you do control. That's the one variable you control with using these platforms. The songwriting is very wordy, and both songs I think had strong concepts. The last one was the concept of the meaning of love, and then this one has to do with challenging your partner, but doing so in a way that that comes off respectfully, and then communicating to them that that's why you're doing it, out of care. So those are strong concepts. Then the AI kind of does the rest of the work, but they don't have the like a machine can't have emotional intelligence. So it's one of those things where, CT Chris, email me. I got something for you. I'll send you a pack. What was I going to say? So the writing really has to be formatted in a way that translates to the AI platform. And that's hard to do, especially if you're not used to songwriting, if you're not used to writing in a way that translates into a specific meter, a specific cadence. It's kind of, a lot of people compare it to playing slots, where you don't necessarily know what's going to happen. Sometimes you hit something, sometimes you don't. So I think there were parts that hit, and then there were parts that didn't. But overall, I think the writing for you is cathartic. And so what you end up doing when you write is you put all your ideas from your brain into that Suno prompt window. And like I said earlier, songwriting isn't just about words. And so you have a lot of words to describe the concept of the song, but your challenge is learning how to truly be a songwriter, which is similar to being a poet, which is similar to writing a novel or a short story. You don't put everything on the page. You might put everything on the page initially as a draft or as like a free writing exercise. But the more you understand songwriting, the more you understand intentionality, the more you understand conveying emotion, using not simply words, using other, condensing, brevity, all of that. There's just a lot to it. And so I hope that using these AI platforms isn't stopping people from learning songwriting, learning cadences, learning meter, learning the formatting of a song, learning how to write a bridge, learning all of these things, because unfortunately, Suno doesn't give you the option to control those variables, right? So that's the advice that I'm giving you. Yeah, and Xyloverse, at this point, you just have to wait for the technology. Like, I know there are a lot of people who will sing and then dump their actual vocals into Suno, and the results of something like that tend to be better because you're controlling your cadence and your delivery. But I think the vast majority of all users are not singers and people who don't really have songwriting experience or formal training or informal training even. This is just more of like a fun thing for them to try out because they want to get their ideas out. And getting your ideas out, don't get me wrong, it's valuable. You can do that in any number of ways. But songwriting is an entirely different monster. So just focus on that and improve incrementally day by day. We got a couple tracks from Afro. This is Blunt Rotation. Let's start with this one.
85 on the dash, let it ride real slow. Go. Candy paint dripping on the street like glow. Gold grill flash when I crack that grin. Subwoofer thumb, feel it under your skin. OG, roll fat in a dark leaf rap. Afro let it breathe, let the hi-hat snap. From the trap house door to the rooftop view. Same green flame with a high-ass crew. Purp in the pocket, haze in the air. Send line sliding like a silk knife flare. Gang lean back when the kick drum hit. Head nod heavy, yeah, we built like this. Blunt rotation, pass it clockwise. Slow burn smoke, got that ass in the thighs. Baseline grooving while it's thick in the air. Whole room swaying, floating in the smoke left. 808 rumble like a flow earthquake. Feeling this vibe as my soul vibrate. Everybody chillin', without a care, raise your blunts up.
Put your chronic in the air.
Tempo sitting right at 88. Club so thick, you can taste that haze. Afro beat bounce to a snare so crisp. Purple smoke curl from the fingertips. Neon signs blow through designer shades. Kick drum punch in delay cascades. From the back booth chill to the front stage glass glare. We keep that circle moving fair and square. Funky ass sent home with a G-hop block. Baseline walker take us all on the ride. Smoke flow slow when the spiral flat. All heads bobbing in the smoky air. Blunt rotation, pass it clockwise. Slow burn smoke, got that ass in the thighs. Baseline grooving while it's thick in the air. Whole room swaying, floating in the smoke lake. 808 rumble like a flow earthquake. Feeling this vibe as my soul vibrate. Everybody chillin', without a care, raise your blunts up.
Put your chronic in the air.
Shout out to Sample in the chat.
Baseline dip when the baseline slide. Techno post with that west side pride. Queen in the G filling up the square. Pretty girls puffs with the smoke in the air.
Blunt rotation, pass it clockwise. Slow burn smoke, got that ass in the thighs. Baseline grooving while it's thick in the air. Whole room swaying, floating in the smoke left. 808 rumble like a flow earthquake. Feeling this vibe as my soul vibrate. Everybody chillin', raise your blunts up.
Put your chronic in the air.
Okay, cool. This is another AI generated song, but this is rap. So I think with rap, they don't always. We had an AI track last week that I thought sounded sonically and musically really good. It was more like the Mustard, Chris Brown, Kid Ink. Kid Ink. It sounded like one of those Kid Ink records. And like, granted, Kid Ink hasn't put out a record in what, 10 years? It's been a long time. So a lot of the sounds that it trained on are not so current sounding, and I think this is one such case where the track just doesn't sound current. I think the concept of the hook is decent. It felt like the delivery. I feel weird like criticizing the delivery when it's it's AI generated vocals. It's not like it's not like you actually rap these vocals. So unfortunately, you don't have control over how they're delivered unless you start recording your voice delivering the rap and then uploading it directly into these AI platforms. In which case, I would just recommend, choosing a beat that you love first, doing that, and then you can use like kits.ai that they change the voice and there are a lot higher quality voices than what I've heard come out of just the basic Suno generator. And those are AI licensed voices and they sound pretty clear. You can, and you just bring them out and you treat them as you would any normal vocals. If you don't like your own voice, well, you're changing your voice completely, by the way. But if you don't like delivering your own vocals, then you could use Ace Studio and you can actually treat your keyboard as a voice. So it's a little more challenging, but it's fun. So those are some suggestions for the AI creators to get a little more control over the products. I just think, it's a cool track. It would probably be fun to perform if that's even possible, but it does feel dated. And so when I give this feedback, I do so with a little bit of guilt because again, it's really kind of out of your control. I'm going to listen to the next track from Afro, Commas in the Bank. The other thing about Afro is his name is AFRO, stylized in all caps. There's an Afro that's stylized in all caps, but I believe it's an acronym, and he's pretty well established, so that might cause some SEO concerns for you. But let's listen to Afro, Commas in my Bank.
Stepping in slow, the road so mean. Five in the pocket, whip looking clean. Bill stacked tall like a mezzanine. My car's pushed start cause I live that dream. Commas in my bank, can't count that high. Whip so smooth, it don't have to try. All black suit like a super villain type. Wait to fire once in my car ignite. Silk on my skin and white in my smile. Check so fat, banks take a while. Rain on the crowd, throwing bills like snow. Ain't gonna flex, but ice on my neck, got that drip divine. Chauffeur out waiting while I take my time. Heard they talking, but I live my line. Numbers in my phone.
Commas in my bank, commas in my talk. Every step I take, got a slow motion walk. Push, push, but like I don't ever park. Fob in my hand, that's how my car spark. Luxury mode, no stress, just glide. Stacking these bands like a wave that ride. I don't just live, I create the tone. Money moving different cause it's so grown.
Back of the limo, no hands on the wheel. Watch on my wrist, worth a real estate deal. I move through the city with a ghost like Phil. Every meal plated like a 4-course thrill. Elevators, doors open to the suite I own. Leather in the air and my sentence cologne. Pull out the whip, not a Lambo or chrome. Talking dollar bills when I'm on the phone. Chandelier shake cause the beat goes slow. Blingin' that gold while the champagne flow. Penthouse view while the paper straight grow. Got one life to live but it feel like four.
Commas in my bank, commas in my talk. Every step I take, got a slow motion walk. Push, push, but light. I don't ever park. Fob in my hand, that's how my car spark. Luxury mode, no stress, just glide. Stacking these bands like a wave that ride. I don't just live, I create the tone. Money moving different cause it's all grown.
Low and rumble with the bass on freeze. Now the tempo tease. Climb so smooth like I'm rising in silk. Be hit hard like the ice I melt.
Been making these commas since the lunch line. Now it's a Rolex when I check time. Deals over dinner, lay 'em on the plate. Life looking rich, not up for debate. Garage like a gallery, fobs and rows. Every single carb, I got suicide doors. All my success came with no remorse. This ain't just flex, this my true chorus. Commas in my bank, commas in my talk. Every step I take, got a slow motion walk. Push, push, button life. I don't ever park.
I'm a little confused by the vocals because it sounds like there are a bunch of different voices on this track.
Stepping in the booth with that CEO glow. Voice so calm, but the cash still flow. Made my name with a slow-mo stroll. Now my lifestyle run the whole damn show. No lease, no rent, I buy and build. Room for the fam in the house on the hill. The grind got me paid, now my time just chill. Pressure turnstone.
Now I flex that skill.
Ballin' out vision, got a billionaire state. My commas got commas, no time for fake. Talking investments, never in hate. Got commas on commas.
Life is great. Commas in my bank, commas in my talk.
Yeah, like that. So that's one of those things. I feel like that's an artifact with Suno where you just type something and then decide, you know what? We're just going to switch from a rapper to a female singer doing some kind of operatic sounding vibrato. So it just kind of it feels disjointed. I think with these types of tracks, again, I can't really give you constructive feedback on elements that you don't control. So I can't say, all right, mix or beat or fix that in the cadence and like that's out of your control. So it's really just the writing, and the writing itself feels really tropey, like someone challenges you to make a mainstream rap song from the mid 2000s. And so you write, okay, cool, wrist on froze, pockets on swole, everybody know, chain on gold, like really similar kind of straightforward, superficial lyrics. And your contribution to these tracks solely is the lyrics, right? So then the tracks that Suno outputs with these types of lyrics end up sounding dated. So if this is really your soul and spirit to write kind of materialistic bars, then cool, but it needs to be updated to work. I'm not saying that the mainstream space isn't full of superficial materialistic bars. That's oftentimes what a lot of pop is. A lot of hit songs, pretty much every damn song is about sex, love, money, anger, whatever. So how do you make that artistic? How do you make that resonate? And the writing just has to be stronger if that's the only element you can control. If you can control other variables like delivery, like production, etc., then you have more control over how artistic those lyrics are delivered. Right now, you don't have that control. And so what you get, unfortunately, feels a little dated. And so my suggestion to you would be to either really step up the writing, really come up with some interesting multisyllabic rhymes and try to learn how to prompt it so that the cadences are more interesting and so that the beats are maybe more experimental. I don't know if that's possible. Or try to take your lyrics and your concepts that you record in Suno to, I appreciate the super chat, CT, or take the lyrics and the demos that you treat them as demos and take them to producers and take them to songwriters and humans who are great at what they do and see how you can work with them to elevate what you're already creating using AI. We're actually at the end of the show. We've been streaming for a long ass time, damn near 2 hours. So this is GS, the R&B teddy bear. The name of the track is Would It Be Enough? All right, I'm ready for some R&B. Let's jump right into this.
If I had a good heart, a strong mind, a loving soul, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? If I had a couple mil, a big house, a yacht and a foreign drop, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? I'm trying to figure out what you want. I'm trying to understand what you need. Talk to me, help me see. Or should I let it be? I work hard, stay on my grind.
All of this is archived, so go to my YouTube or go to my Facebook, Jeremy Campbell. If you submitted a beat for the beat reviews, those already happened, and granted they happened like 2 hours ago, but so you are super late, but they're archived, so you could check out the recorded feedback session.
So for games I don't have time. Speak up now, tell me how I can hold you down. You say that you want money, you say that you want time. Well, baby, I'm a busy man, so please make up your mind. If I had a good heart, a strong mind, a loving soul, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? If I had a couple mil, a big house, a yacht and a foreign drop, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? You want diamonds and luxuries, and then you say you don't get enough of me. Pick and choose, you know the rules. I gotta make my moves. I let you vent, I give you time, telling you to elevate and always shine. Then you're switching up like you had enough, don't know what to trust. You say that you want money, you say that you want time. Well, baby, I'm a busy man, so please make up your mind. If I had a good heart, a strong mind, a loving soul, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? If I had a couple mil, a big house, a yacht and a foreign drop, would it be enough, baby? Would it be enough, baby? If I had it all, would it be enough for you? If I had it all, baby, would it be enough for you? Would it be enough for you? If I had it all, would it be enough for you? Would it be enough, baby?
I feel like I'm just getting progressively sweatier looking as the night goes on. Yeah, I wanted R&B. I got R&B. Very raw, very old school, gritty R&B. I'm envious of his voice. Great texture. He does sing a little flat, so put a little tune on it, but don't make it sound obvious. Just correct the flat notes. A lot of great singers sing flat. Yeah, I think I love what the production is doing. I don't love the drums necessarily, and I think vocal production wise, a lot can be done. So as I said, this is a very raw sounding track, which I love because I just came up off of hearing 2 AI tracks. Those are the opposite of raw. So this feels very raw, and it's a welcome change. Now, how do we keep the rawness while refining it, right? And not necessarily modernizing it, but like when you think of old school R&B. I feel like records like singers like Joe and singers like oh my god, what's the guy? Why am I blanking on his name? Donnell Jones. Like they have that old school and definitely what's the guy? Wow, the guy from not Earth, Wind and Fire. Hold on. Charlie Wilson. Yeah, Charlie Wilson from Gap Band. They all have that old school voice, but they found a way not necessarily to modernize it because not everything needs to be modernized. You know what I mean? But find a way to refine it to make it feel a little more polished, a little in a way that communicates better to the listeners. And shout out to I can't pronounce that EBIRAWH. I don't know what MAD stands for, but you gave me 50 of it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think there's a way to refine this and take what's amazing about it, which is the raw grittiness and the talent and the texture, and just make it a more refined R&B product. Slight tune, I think a little more modern, either more modern production or go all the way old school where There Goes My Baby was like a Rolls Royce sample. Do something like that, but the production is very clean. It still feels classic. It still feels old school. You don't want to take away, as Jalen Verse is saying, you don't want to take away the essence. We want to keep that essence. Vocal production, I wanted harmonies. I didn't get any layering, any harmonies. On the bridge, I did get a kind of call and response from you, but it just felt like it was maybe thrown together. Maybe you're mixing your own vocals, and getting with an engineer could help that. Getting with a producer who has more experience with R&B, with neo soul specifically, both of those genres could help quite a bit because you have a ton of potential. I actually like the concept a lot, and I think there's a lot of charm in making music that feels old school in the R&B space. Like Chris Brown did it on his last album, and a lot of people didn't like the way he executed it, but it feels more authentic to you. So I think, going back to that essence and then finding like-minded collaborators, vocal producers, engineers, etc., that understand that essence and embody that essence can really take the amazing foundation that you have and build something beautiful on top of it. So ton of potential. And we're at the end of the live song review. Go to djpain1.com. I'll be back on Friday because we had a lot of submissions, but we couldn't do them all today because I can't fit, 40 songs in 2 hours. I want to give people as much airtime as possible. So if you want to submit for Friday, I think we still have some slots. Go to djpain1.com. I'll be back Friday. Hopefully my internet will work so I'm not in here sweating because I'm sweating. I know my parents have air conditioning, but they evidently turned it off when I pulled up in the driveway. Oh boy. All right. So I'll catch you on the next live stream. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with my feedback. And thank you for bearing with me when I was eating my second meal of the day earlier. We'll catch you on the next one. DJ